we returned to our party. Well, more particularly, one member in the back hall of the Sleeping Moon, with a dagger pressed to his throat.
Is this what you wanted to show me?
Yes, it's an exit. And I could slice your throat right now and never be seen again. Tell me why I shouldn't.
You know. You've heard the voices.
I did.
I used to as well.
How did you get it to stop? You're still wearing it.
Slowly, I'll show that. Does it not look more clear? The purple's less deep. It was purified.
She takes the dagger and kind of scoops it up with the knife. How did you purify it?
A ritual that a temple priestess came across. Not only did it purify, but it also, in apparent retaliation, showed its true face. When it coalesced into a demonic hand that crushed the chalice we used to purify it.
His hand.
Before final. I can only assume. Do you not believe me?
Sorry, go ahead.
I said, do you not believe me?
I just need to be sure that you're not hunting me.
If I was still controlled, possessed, as such, as your familiar, don't you already think I could have killed you already?
I'll look down to where I'm holding onto her arm.
She looks down.
You know what power I'm talking about.
Yes, I used it a bit. And that's when the visions came.
Every night, deeper, stronger. Every use, closer. How did you escape?
I haven't. I tried to bury it and leave it and get away from it. The further I got, the more painful the nightmares, but I knew that it was the source, and so I just kept getting further from it, and I'm still tethered to it, but I can feel that his grasp is not as tight.
How close is it? Far from here, far, far away, or Is it still within the general area of Lake Rasp?
I buried it. I buried it miles away. Closer to Talonhold.
I wish that I could promise immediate a resolution, but unfortunately I believe I do need to have the same equipment, resources to purge. I mean, yours isn't the only one that needs to be purged. But I do promise you I will do what I can to free you from this enslavement. I only ask.
And I'll push down the knife if she hasn't already lowered it, and hold
She's
her
kind of
hold her
holding it
free
there
hand.
loosely, and she kind of just lets you push it away. And then as you do that, she kind of just falls to the back wall and just kind of slides down and kind of enters a fetal position.
I'll get close and I'll kneel down. I'll grab her other hand. And is she looking down, or is she like looking up at me?
She's got her head kind of buried into her arms, her elbows.
I'll kind of like caress the side of her head, try to get her to raise up and look at me.
The only thing that I ask is that you do everything in your power to stay this many miles or more away from there. I promise I will do everything in my power to free you.
And I'll be looking her dead in the eyes as I'm saying this, trying to be as genuine as possible.
The nightmares aren't as bad as when they were in my possession, but when I do trance now, it's always just calling. It's calling and calling for me. It takes everything in me to not go walk those hundreds of miles and dig it up.
I can't ask you to come with, for I can't say exactly where we are destined immediately, and it would be dangerous. So I won't. But I feel amongst those here, I can be sure that you're safe, your secret as well, and that they will make sure that you have every consideration given to make this as easy as possible. I know it's going to be difficult. I'm sure I don't have to convey that. But it is something I can do at the very least.
You give me hope.
Hope's a powerful thing.
And I'll grip her hand a little tighter.
Hold on to it.
Thank you.
I'm going to try to help her up to her feet. compose herself a bit.
That'd probably get me fired, wouldn't it? She kind of holds the knife.
Possibly more, but certainly that, yes. Is she's tucking it away, or she like not know what to do with it? And she's like
she's tucking it away. She kind of
okay.
her
Just
left
wanna make
side,
sure.
kind of underneath her apron.
So like she was just kind of holding it weirdly. I was going to let's just take that out of your hand. So okay, so yeah.
I'm sure your friends are probably wondering where you are.
Both of us. I'm sure there's some that might have other conceptions if they've even noticed in the first place. Let's return.
Oh.
And at that moment, Rowan's going to be walking towards the back room to look for some stamp
Rowan
his
opens
letters.
the door and goes in.
Oh,
Which would be on your left, would be them two kind of standing there, kind of face to face.
okay. So to our right, or to my
Yeah.
right, to her left is where. Okay.
Yeah.
So. Oh, Rowan. Hello.
Hi, do you have some wax for these letters?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. No, take your time. I don't want to interrupt the
She kind of
conversation. Rowan's just gonna
distances
turn around
herself
and leave.
from Karan. Oh.
Rowan doesn't even think a thing about it. He's gonna, he's gonna walk away, oblivious. Oblivious.
It is probably better that it was him. You've left already, right, Rowan?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Rowan's
Okay.
already like walked it back.
It was probably best that it was Rowan. Shall we?
Yes. She kind of heads out as well.
I'll wait at the bar, and then put the quill and extra parchment, and wait for her to come back.
So Karan exits, and then a couple seconds later, she exits and she brings over some wax and some matches.
Thank you. And he's gonna do the stamping, all of them, and prep them for shipping off.
All right. Who else is doing what else?
I mean,
I
if
think I've
we're,
had my fill for the evening.
if
Yeah, I
we're
think
all getting ready to go to bed, I'd
Yeah.
like to talk to my mom and dad in private.
Rowan's gonna go to bed.
All right. You each have your rooms however you'd like. It's a pretty decently sized establishment. So plenty of rooms to go around. You could bunk if you wanted to.
Rowan will take his own room.
yeah, Ace will do the same. Asher will bunk with Rowan.
He goes in with, oh, sorry, have it.
Did the conversation go that bad with your wife? Your
He's avoiding it.
No, that's a joke. Because Asher's like leading Corga up to have their conversation too. So
Actually, I will ask, so hopefully discreetly so nobody else gets the wrong impression, if Zagia would like company considering.
Ask her.
No, I'm digging myself a grave. No, that's, yeah. Zagia, would you like someone to watch over? I know Briar has assisted me in the past, even if she didn't explicitly know until I told her what I was going through. There's not much other ways I could word this.
It's them. Every time. You know it's bad when you get Allie too. She usually just SMH and stuff. This got her. Okay. Yes, company could be nice.
Very well, well. I'd be happy to assist. If anything happens, don't hesitate to let me know, although I'll make a point to take notice, of course. Perhaps I can help. Please,
She
feel
kinda
free
goes
to let me know.
Gently shake your hand, and in her palm is a key.
I'll take the key.
This will be the last room on the right. I
I'll
appreciate
see
it.
you there. Make no mention of it. It's my pleasure.
She begins kind of tidying up the tavern. Hey, who wants to have their conversation first?
I don't care.
Yeah, so I guess since I'll go first because I
You
left
guys are like,
prior to
this
them
is worse than like
parking.
real life, like having to have these conversations.
This is oh my god. Yeah, since I left
All
first,
right,
so
Coria,
I'll bring
coming
Coria
up.
up there and. Well, I guess I have some explaining to of what you have heard down there.
Listen, I understand that you've probably been through a lot, and there's probably a lot you didn't want to tell me. And you're scared I would worry. I was going to worry no matter what. I understand you were just doing it to ease my mind while you were away. All that matters is that you're here now.
It wasn't. I wanted to. And I'll go into like. Start telling her everything.
As
Bring
you do
out
that-
the brothel part, and then like I'll not explicitly say where Briar got stabbed, but at one point when we talk about like the ship, I'll mention Grizzy and kind of as much as I have been gifted, it was not enough to save the boy, which but all of them have been an accidental family. As much as I mean, I did not realize that Briar was the same until we reached the Kelpie Isle, but I understand that I set off for a singular mission, but there's still something that Maliki is calling me for.
She kind of prepares kind of this basin of water, and it has like this kind of large sponge, and it has like this kind of bar of soap or whatever. And she kind of wipes it along your face. You've been through a lot. I know that your journey isn't over, and I know it probably hurts that you feel like you couldn't save everyone and protect everyone. The truth is, you won't be able to do that. No matter how strong you get, you won't be able to save everyone. But I know that those that you do will make a world of difference to somebody. She begins kind of unbuttoning your vest.
I'm just gonna like
Just kind of
basically
talking
give
as
her.
she's basically just bathing you with a sponge.
As she says that, I'm just gonna like just bring her in close and just give her a hug and be like, I promise as soon as this is figured out, we will go home.
It's nice here. Alexia keeps it nice. And Corey is... Well, wait, I am Corey. Sorry. I'm right. Briar being here is refreshing. I'm sure we'll get into trouble. I will...
Well, that was what I was afraid of.
I know that you have to go still. But I want you to leave me with something. I think it's time. I know we don't have our home, but maybe by then we will have it back and we can raise them there.
Well, this is, I guess not ideal times, but and fade to black.
And fade to black. They made sexy time an attempt to make child. See, that wasn't so bad. See, you thought it was going to be a terrible conversation.
That went from like, oh, this is mildly awkward to awkward.
That was not the awkward you were expecting.
That was actually a really nice conversation, I'll be honest.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, it was
really
really
pretty.
good.
The whole her watching, like, it was really beautiful. Honestly.
Yeah.
Aw.
Good job, Olsen.
What can I say? I'm romantic. Meanwhile,
So as she usually would with her dad for these kind of conversations, she's gonna walk up and put her bags on the table, be like, Dad, news from the front. Zehat is propositioning against Aeswind. On top of that, the Temple of Light is being dicks about magic, quite frankly. And their influence is kind of leaching and bleeding out into places, but not every temple is listening, which has been very surprising to me. I expected zealots on top of zealots, but it does seem that some people do have minds of their own. But I know the Emerald has been a safe haven for many people of every size and every shape, every walk of life, and depending on how things go, might have to be prepared for more people to come. And I know that the people I'm with, I don't feel like I can really have these conversations with them because it's like, you know me, big brain thinking, and they're mostly big muscle thinking minus Caron, but Caron has an agenda of his own. As much as I like him and trust him.
I trust him
But-
too. He's a good man.
I think we need
And
to
I don't
work
trust
on.
anyone.
Right. I think we need to start building out the network a bit.
The Amaranth has always been a safe haven for those in need, and a deterrence for those who want. Those orc bastards, what, 20 years ago? Nothing. Watch them turn tail and run.
I know you're not going to like this, Dad, but I feel deep in my bones that maybe perhaps the orcs will need our help too.
The orcs. But we're going to
Yes.
part the vines and let them walk right into the Amaranth like they want and then pillage and destroy?
No. What I am saying, that is that just like every human that has ever beat us in Aeswind back to our lands and keep us contained like cattle, they are not always all bad.
You have not seen as much of the world as I have, and I know I'm not normally one to say this. It's usually your mother's talk. We have seen a lot of the world. It is dangerous. I don't mean to be a cynic, but there are a lot of bad people. For every, one good person, like the group you have here. Hundreds that would leave you naked in the road.
Oh, trust me, I know all about being naked in a road. She's going to scoff. What do you know about the Shadow Hand, Da?
Shadowed Hand, yes. They're an assassins organization. Trained fighters, but they're sloppy, they're lazy, arrogant.
You had to run any with him.
Really.
The bard I mentioned earlier, I trusted. I know you're not supposed to trust so willy-nilly, but I did. And I know, ma'am, you want me to be careful. It almost cost me my life. We are all up against many things. There are a lot of shadows pressing in from every direction. But there has to be a point for everybody. We can't just lock out every single person just because they're an orc. I think maybe some of them might need help too. I think we need to look at the bigger picture. And I'm younger than you. I do not have enough life experience. But I'm not also bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. I'm just asking you to perhaps maybe think about it. Because yes, for every 100 bad people, there is one that might need our help.
And they're worth it.
Have you heard any updates about Iswind and Zehath?
Eswand made a big mistake. Sunk one of, well, not one of, the admiral's ship.
No. saw it.
So what?
We were on our way back from Kill LP. And the fairy tales. There was this giant creature. Yeah, a beast.
Ambitious.
Right. Okay. No farce. That you can read me like a book. It was music that kept us alive. And he swallowed the other ship like a reflex of a muscle. Just nothing. They were gone.
Neswin got blamed. It is the report. It's by this point some of the more inland quarter crown do not believe the king on his report. I wanted to believe it at first, but now all of the talk in the other cities, I don't think anybody believes the king that he did not do it. Now,
That is okay. Not everybody can be swayed. It's too unusual, it's too peculiar to feel like the truth, and magic is so fickle here. And people are afraid of it. They don't want to recognize it. Which is why I'm saying, please. I don't know how it is possible, but if we can help save it, I can't help but be what I am and have what I have. And need what I need to do what I can do. There are people like me that are going to need help, Papa. Every shape, every form.
we will always do what is best for those in need and for what is best for the Emerald. When the time comes, it is not my say.
So, this bard.
Right.
He was very naked, and I said hello to a naked man.
You'll get
Being,
that.
being friendly. Mm-hmm.
I have seen a lot of penis in my journey.
Right. Some better than others, but
Yes,
So-
definitely. So it's just like,
we ended up in this little town, not too far from here. And we ran into. We needed to help this guy. I feel like we didn't ask enough questions to understand what we were really getting ourselves into, but we ended up killing one of the Shadowed Hand because the stupid naked guy attacked first, of course. And no amount of reasoning or bargaining, even though it wasn't our fault. We were wrong place, wrong time. This guy, he was huge like an ape and or a bear, and he had this big staff in like a sickle
is he
thing.
wearing a skull?
Yes.
I saw him. One time.
Where?
Saw him one time in, this was many years ago. Wolfwater.
Wolfwater. Okay. Did you know? Of course you had to have known. Korea used to live in Wolfwater. That was her home.
That's why I was there. That is a case of the evil that can come from not letting somebody in, not accepting someone. He had orc blood, and they did not like him there. And so that is probably why he ended up on the path that he did when they exiled him from town. Wolfwater has a lot of history with the orcs, though. One of the first ones that ends up being hit when they decide they want to expand.
And sometimes it's all too easy for our decisions to help guide the other people on a course to self-destruction. Well, that guy with the face, he didn't take too kindly to us killing someone who was special to him. And she's gonna hold herself up a little bit. He wanted the life in return, and that bard feigned his death, pretended to be dead. It was not good enough for them. Because he wanted revenge. Life for a life, he said. And there I was, and I was looking at Asher, and I was looking at Charon. And I love them both so much. And I thought about it very carefully. That I stepped up in front of them, and it went in me. But then they were all there. I hurt very bad. It's hard to sleep at night. It's hard to feel anything but anger. But I wanted to be truthful with you that I am here. Decisions will be made. There will be a lot of laughing and loving and pain. But it's all going to be okay.
As much as I have chosen violence in my life, I have found that revenge is a different kind of path. Even I feel that anger, hearing that my precious prickly thorn was almost killed. I feel it too. I want to hurt them back. I can't give in to that, though.
A little
to-
bit, maybe?
Maybe a little bit. Maybe like 6 inches of a dagger, but no more than that. I'm just saying that. Think about what it could do to you as a person. You stepped up because you wanted to do something that was selfless. He stepped down, the bard, because he wanted to do something that was selfish. He'll get what is coming to him. He lives that way long enough. He'll either end up dead in a road with a dagger in his back. No friends. Naked again, probably. What do you have? Family. Nothing is stronger than family.
I just wanted
Very good
to be...
people.
Yeah, they are. I just wanted to be honest with both of you. I don't want to carry a secret. We lived too long for that.
I have a lot of secrets. I will be carrying them to my grave, but it's part of my job.
But not mine. I'm just here to be an ear and a mouth for you.
And you've got good ears. And he kind of flips your ears. But a big mouth, and he kind of boops your lip. I think you got that big mouth from your mother, though.
I am dead. That's maybe too much information about my mother.
Oh, not like that. You're kind of just...
I had to get one of your famous clears at least once. I missed him.
It's the least I can do. Anytime. I'm sure all the time.
And then she's just gonna get them hugs and kisses and make her way to bed.
All right, now, sure. Your mother and I need some alone time.
Ugh. Ugh. Good night.
Good night. All right, anyone else like to do anything? Oh wait, I guess now we come back to Karan and Zagya. Now that everybody's getting it on, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So first off, like, what's Briar? You were staying with them in the room, or were you staying in your own room?
I got my own room.
Okay, so there's a point where you're going to leave from talking with them to go to your room, correct?
Yes.
Okay, well, I was going to inform you as to what it was I was doing and enlighten you as to the fact that Zagya is a farrier, or at least she possesses a stone, a phylactery. I'm assuming she's a farrier or ex-farrier in this case. So yeah, can that transpire?
Yep, you guys cross each other in the hall.
Perfect. Briar,
Karan.
I wanted to let you know you seem chipper. I think you had a good conversation with your parents.
I got the big weight off of my chest.
Good. Well, hopefully you're able to rest well tonight. Zagya. Now I'll glance around to see if there's anyone. There's no one else in the hallway, I'm assuming.
Empty hall.
I believe she's a farrier, or was, like myself. Not just a simple Nerminian barmaid. She is suffering from the same things that I was. Although, obviously we can't rectify the situation as we were able to with myself. I'm going to stay with her tonight to try to give her some peace, because she hasn't had anyone to consult on this. you're more than welcome. Join, I'd imagine. I did enlighten her that you aided myself. But I thought you should know. I told you I'd be transparent.
Kevron, are you going to lay hands on her?
What?
In the spell book, the abjuration, there was a spell in there, for like protection.
I mean, I don't have that breadth, but I can provide a semblance of protection, such as, how you and I aided Rowan and Dominicus in the last fight, but it's temporary. If anything, it would be moral support, something for her to lean on, to be there as you were for me, until I had my weight lifted from my soul.
I completely understand whatever you need. If you want me to be there, I will be there, and if not, I will just go to my room and study and go to sleep. But I think you've got this, Karen. You are doing an amazing job.
Thank you. I, again, feel much clearer-minded since that transpired. But at the very least, perhaps, if in the morning, when everyone awakens, you could play some part as to excusing if anyone catches the two of us leaving her room.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I'm sure some people might jump to some conclusions.
Well, clearly.
As Blind takes a drink. But that's none of my business. But that's none of my business.
It's okay. I can just say I slept with her. It's fine. I don't mind.
Whatever that is all you.
Hey.
Very dear friend. But thank you. Heading there now. So it's up to you, really, honestly.
Yeah, I'll just take the room next to wherever you're sleeping, and I'll just make sure I'm up before you are, and I'll softly rap on the door in the morning so that she can come out, and yeah, it's good.
Perfect.
We are good.
That's that.
You enter
I'll
the room,
retire.
She's naked on the bed with roses. I'm just kidding.
Whoa. he walks in there all nonchalant, shuts the door.
He's like,
Starts knocking on the door like this.
I would like to see your phylactery.
The phylactery or the phylactery?
Pardon my verbose. Okay. Oh, we are too
Anyways.
stupid. We are stupid. No, you get in there, she's dead.
Oh, even better. Great. I mean, if those are literally my two options, I guess I'll go with A.
it's okay. I killed her. It's fine.
Oh.
Yeah, she's
I'm a
dead.
homie. Ride or die.
So.
Nope. You go in there and she's sitting not on the bed, but like at the head of the bed, kind of in front of it, kind of by the opposite of the headboard, toe board. Is that a thing?
Footboard, I think, is the
Footboard,
term, but yes.
But she's sitting kind of with her back against that, kind of in her, ready to have her trance, but she doesn't seem like she's in her trance quite yet. As you enter.
All right. I've no problem if, well, I should probably ask, how does it onset for you? Is it at inception or typically well into your trance? Usually for me, it was like halfway.
Oh, my blind. halfway through.
Okay, that's Is it talking to her and he just goes...
He just goes on his
And then he wakes
jet.
back up and goes
He
back
just-
into it. So anyways, yes.
Yes.
Um,
It's
how bad are they? How bad are they?
right now they're just faint. They call for me to go and dig it up. I've caught myself waking from my trance, standing ready to go. Walk barefoot hundreds of miles. I've caught myself and stopped it.
That sounds like it's not the worst it can be. Have you the touch, the necromantic energies? When was the last time you actually utilized them? Or how frequently? How often have you actually used them?
I used it a lot to defend myself and others, and I sensed no harm in it until I started to draw the connection that it might be the source of those powers.
As she's telling me, I'll come and I'll sit down, so we're across from each other, because I'm assuming she's sitting like in a trance type state, but not trancing. Like, when did the conclave send you out? I'm assuming, unless I'm missing something here, you too were a farrier like myself, issued a phylactery and sent off to mission. I'm correct in that assumption?
No.
Then how did you come across your phylactery?
I was a farrier, but I did not leave on mission. I fled.
You fled? What for?
They didn't believe me when I said that I was hearing things and getting abilities, and they told me that it was unnatural and that there was something wrong, and that I would potentially no longer be able to be a farrier and carry a phylactery. As if it was me. As if I was broken.
So they sought to strip you of what you were, because they believed that you were the root cause, not this. As I hold mine.
Yes, I said there was something corrupt within me, and that my fascinations with my visions were troubling. And when I brought up what I was seeing, what I was hearing, they became angry, did not accept it, and said they would hear no more of it.
I didn't start experiencing these voices until after I left. When
did you leave?
I fairly new, not even a few months. I'm about over 200. They just sent me out. If anything, I figured I probably would have spent more time before going on mission, but they seemed to believe I was best suited for whatever was at hand that they sent me upon. When did you leave the Conclave? How long have you been out in the world?
I probably left only a couple weeks after you. It's only been, if even, 2 months.
I apologize, I feel rude asking so bluntly, but if I may, how old are you?
You know how it goes. You keep track of the big ones. 217.
Oh, so apparently I must be forgetting things at a younger age than I anticipated. I honestly do not remember you, but we would have been brought up almost alongside each other. I apologize.
I was quiet.
Seems to be the trend among many a farrier. I manage myself. But still, you started to hear the voices before you left the Conclave. There's not much time of difference. Perhaps we're right on the cusp, the threshold, when this sort of thing might manifest, but I can say with certainty, you and I are not the only to experience this, and those that don't refute it in the way that we do fall into some very dark tendencies. The thing that I'm curious with your limited interaction with the Conclave after having professed this to them, did they seem genuine, or as if they were potentially hiding something more?
It seemed like they wanted to sweep it under the rug. I felt like they wanted to sweep me under the rug, and I thought you were the broom. That's why I did the whole dagger thing.
Though I know I have no fault, I still apologize to even having had that short impression upon you. I can understand how fearful you must have felt, but rest assured, I am on your side. I wouldn't be here otherwise. But what you've just told me,
it's just been very lonely. Not being heard. Not being believed. So it's nice to have somebody that understands, believes me, and tells me that I'm not corrupt.
if you're corrupt, you're no more corrupt than myself. And if that is so, then we shall be corrupt together. But for now, even if it is small, you have a select few that understand your plight completely. And not just myself. I did inform Raya because I believe she can be an asset to our people. There's something remarkable about her, I've felt. Regardless of how abrasive her personality might be at times, there's a genuine nature to her spirit. And it's not just her family. I've told Arel to keep an ear out for anything. He actually will be traveling to our homeland, to the Conclave, which reminds me I must bring up what you just told me to him. I fear that he might be walking into something potentially more hostile. I I don't want to think that of our covenant, but something tells me by looking at you and your reaction and Ernest, there's something that neither of us have been made privy to, but is absolutely at the core of who we are.
She kind of leans her head over and kind of just rests it on your shoulder. Is this okay?
Of course.
Thank you. And by this point, unless you'd like to say anything else, you guys enter your trance.
I imagine my trance is relatively uneventful or normal for me now, but what about hers?
You have kind of in the middle of your trance, you feel her kind of remove her head, and when that kind of gathers your attention and you kind of look to your side and you see she's staring at you, and she kind of you have another, don't you?
I do. You feel it. I'm such a fool. I'll stand up. Kind of like distance myself towards the door a bit, but like I'm paying attention to her. Concerning myself.
Mhm.
Is it calling to you? Is it subtle? Is it strong?
Subtle.
I can't believe my oversight. Please
Maybe you
wait.
should maybe you should just leave. I'll be okay.
I understand.
Thank you for the conversation and the shoulder.
It's what I was set out into the world to do. Or at least that's what I believed. I still do.
You do that part well, I can tell.
I'm working at the other bits.
Have a good
No.
night. Sweet visions.
Kind of like over my shoulders, I'm turning to open the door. You as well. And I'll exit out. And lock the door behind me. I still have the key.
Disaster averted. Rolled an 18 on her saving throw, so. Yep, I didn't forget. Karan did. All right. So,
I can't think of everything.
think of everything. The rest of the night for everybody else. Asher.
Oh no.
Oh no. No, you're fine. Having had the time, mommy daddy button touching time with Korea laying there, kind of a window open, a breeze rolls in, kind of flutters the curtains You hear, off in the distance, and the hair kind of
Asher's-
stands up on your.
Asher's gonna kind of sit there and kind of hold Corey a little tighter and be like, "No," and then kind of place her head with a pillow under her head and go to the window and see what's out there.
She kind of reaches up and puts a hand kind of to your face, kind of.
I'll go back to sleep. Just the wind.
I know it's a bit early, but I'm thinking a son. What would you name him?
I think you already know. And I'll give her a kiss on the forehead and go over to the window.
You hear off in the distance. A lone wolf. And then almost right outside, as if you were to look down.
I'll look out the window and kind of weird.
Korea kind of like sits up in the bed a little bit. That's a bit odd. It's like right in the city. That's scary.
Do you hear that as well?
I did that one.
That's strange. I'll look over the window. Do I see the wolf?
Its eyes trained on you.
I'll be right back. And I'll kind of throw some pants on and whatnot and go downstairs.
You head out in the kind of early morning, late night air. It's cold. That you can practically feel the dew forming. If there were grass in the streets, it would be covered. But the dew forming on the stone, and you kind of hear the click of padded feet and claws walk along the cobblestone of the road, and you see the wolf as it kind of walks almost like in a stalking circle, just kind of eyes trained on you.
I'll look up to the window and see if Coria's, because I'm assuming she's probably looking out now, investigating.
She's not.
Oh, well then I'll reach my hand out and
It kind of puts its head and kind of rubs at your hand.
oh, you're a long way from home. What are you trying to show me?
It kind of rubs and then kind of as it had before, kind of gets a personality to it. This human nature to it. Or personified. You have done well. will continue to do well. Not only you. The wolf kind of looks towards the window. But your future as well.
What is going on? What am I supposed to be doing?
It is like I said. You will grow stronger, and your friends will make you able. You are on your path. Then you see the personification kind of just leave the wolf, and the wolf kind of trots along. And it looks, sniffs some trash.
Asher's just gonna kind of stand there for a second and look back up at the room and look back at the wolf and then head back up and kind of just lay down back in bed and think about that.
Okay. The rest of the night, everyone else is unabated. Morning comes, finally. As the morning comes, Quran and Dominicus, you feel a bit of a cough and a scratch in the back of your throat.
Morning, everybody.
Can I try something immediately upon waking up?
Good morning, Ron.
Shit.
Rowan is going to be
Shit.
stretching. Is Coria around?
As soon as Asher leaves, then yep.
Yeah, I assume we'll come down and make breakfast for everyone.
Oh, okay.
I did want to try lesser restoration on myself, just as an immediate reaction, oh, I must be getting sick, to see if it does anything.
Go ahead. You can certainly try.
I'm certainly going to. I mean, it's better than doing nothing. I did it.
Yep. Kind of catches your attention. You kind of check your throat. It's still there.
Yeah, no, I'll come down. But I'll approach Asher.
Cough in his face.
And cough right, right in his face, right in the pancake batter. I'm just gonna...
Get hacked, guy. Get hacked.
Good morning, Run. Oh.
Good morning. I need to ask Ace something, but I feel as though we should expedite our venture for the day to be at the absolute soonest.
Okay.
And I'll walk away towards Ace.
He's gonna stay in his room, knowing
Okay.
scared, worried. He's gonna stay in his room.
So Karan's gonna find Ace then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dominicus, it's Karan. May I
What's
come
up?
in?
I don't know if that's a good idea. What's up?
I'm coming in. I'm coming in, and I'm just gonna open the door.
You'll see Ace just sitting in the bed, sitting up with his hands on his, like, just sitting, just like this, just really thinking.
How are you feeling today, my friend? As I shut the door behind me.
Do you have, like, some sort of magical intuition or something?
I wouldn't say magical intuition, but I can confirm, unfortunately, that whatever restoration spells I might have at my disposal, it's not going to cure the tickle in the back of your throat.
That sucks.
I love you so
Asher, kind of concerned,
That
is gonna
sucks.
look at Corey and be like, "I'll be back," and try to go find and come up and knock behind.
Who is it?
It's me, Asher.
I'll open the door real quick and, like, usher you in.
What is? You seem.
I'll shut the door behind you. I already feel bad enough as it is involving you, but you're the only other person that I think that can have some idea of what's going on. But I think that whatever is plaguing Lake Grasp may have taken hold, and both Dominicus and myself.
Well, you don't have to go far to. I wanted to try something yesterday, but it wasn't prepared. Asher is gonna spend a spell slot and detect magic.
Music cue.
Let me look something up.
That music cue is perfect. Got goosebumps as soon as that happened.
You feel a slight sense of necromancy.
Well, it does not appear to be natural, whatever you two are. Unless you have necromantic energy that I did not know about.
You sense necromantic energy from both of us?
I'm assuming yes.
Mm-hmm. Just
Yes,
faintly.
it's very faint, but
I'll look to Ace and kind of gesture if he wants to answer that question. If he has any necromantic powers.
Not that I know of.
So it's
Well,
not an organic disease. It's magic. It's arcana.
yes, I do not have anything at my disposal that knows. Would Briar?
Perhaps. I don't. Unless we've already pulled the whole lot of you into this already. Gods.
Can't do it. I can't do it, Kron. I can't be the reason the family gets sick.
I know. Ace, we need to remove ourselves from this area. I don't know if being behind a simple locked door in a room is enough. I feel, though, getting to this Amansar's apothecary might be the best option.
Me and you go. Asher, you stay with your family, and we try to avoid spreading it any further. You need to stay far away from us as you can.
I agree, but because you know how to handle, you need to pay attention to anything and anyone if they show any signs. My recommendation would be to come to us.
Well, I'm going to go find Briar. She should be able to do this whole trick and see. We all need to be, including myself, extremely careful about who we.
Indeed.
Shit.
Does this room have a window?
Mhm.
Olsen?
It does.
Ace is going to get up and go over to his bag and grab the rope out, start opening the window and throwing it out. And he's going to look at you, Asher. We're not going to be able to say goodbye. That's just too much risk. You let Rowan and Briar know that we love them dearly, and we hope to see
Well,
them with.
I might be joining you very quickly if Briar sees the same.
Asher, can you tell us explicitly where the apothecary is? Just have
Well,
him, jot it down.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'll pick a map.
It's
Ash,
not too far.
Karan, do you have any magic that you can do that whole talking in your head to another person?
Unfortunately, not yet. I've been working towards that, but it's a bit beyond my grasp just now.
Asher, your amulet that you're able to talk with your wife. May we borrow it for the time being?
Does it require attunement? It does not. Well, don't lose this because we're all dead. And
Of course.
I'll hand it over to Ace. And then
Toss it.
step outside. Well, yeah, toss it over. And then I'll step outside and try to knock on Briar's door.
Yeah, I'd like to climb out the window, kind of gesturing to Karan to do the same.
Easy enough.
Mhm. I'll follow up right behind. I want to talk to Briar, just to see if she has anything.
So Asher's gonna knock on
Keep
the
it
door
discreet.
and sprint back to where he's kind of a distance away from the door when she opens it.
Just gonna open it and be like, what the hell? And then just gonna peek down.
Briar, can you pop your detect magic ability?
Asher, I don't know how to do that.
Well, this was a
What's going on?
Can I lean out and see them in the hallway?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just beckon.
Why are you staying so far away? And she's just gonna message Kevron. Why are you being weird, weirdo?
I believe Ace and I are infected with whatever is going around about the town. For all I know, we could all be exposed. Asher is taking measures to keep you distanced.
Do I see anything on Briar?
Her mouth is agape.
Yeah, that's probably your cue to talk to.
Rowan will probably be coming up the stairs out of curiosity, and we'll be joining at some point.
And then the moment she sees Rowan, she's gonna cast message and be like, "Do not come any closer. Stay still for your own good."
He's gonna stop midway on the staircase.
If I peek my head out, Hosen, will I be able to see all of them?
Sure.
I'd like to cast my magic awareness, which will allow me to know if they have magical effects, and if there is effect, what is the school of magic. So basically it's a detect magic.
Oh, it was
Mhm.
you that had detect magic.
Nothing in terms of what you're looking for, necromancy on anybody except Kuran. And yourself.
It's none of them. Let's go. And I'd like to pull Karun in. Like,
Or what's going on? I'm
I-
gonna stay back with the message.
And she's gonna cast back. They're sick.
Zagya kind of opens her door at the end of the hall, comes out of her room, kind of sees everybody kind of nervous, kind of in the hallway. She kind of stops, kind of taken aback. Is everything okay?
Oh, good morning, pretty. How did you sleep?
Well,
Asher's gonna kind of glare, laser beam eyes over to her and be like, "Do I see anything?"
to her,
Mm-hmm.
oh, okay. No, not 20. Nice.
If everything's okay, yeah.
Can I hear the nervousness up from where I am in the staircase?
Yeah.
I'm gonna call. What's her name again?
Zagya?
Zagya?
Zagya. Do you mind helping me downstairs, please?
Sure. She kind of scoots along the hallway, kind of trying not to be sus, but is sus, obviously.
Yeah,
whatever's
when
going on.
she walks by, Briar's just gonna step back through her threshold, just like space.
Rowan's gonna, when she comes down, Rowan's gonna turn around and I heard you guys actually make some really good pancakes. I would love some pancakes. They
No.
told me that you would be the one to
Mine
do
are
it.
the best.
And we're gonna just be going down the stairs and
They're crescent moon shaped.
I love the crescent moon. That's that in particular. Do you have the sugar, powdered sugar? Oh,
See, the secret is not only that, but just a touch of the moon wine. It sounds crazy, but
I
just
can't wait. To have
just a
some.
touch of that
Oh,
in the batter.
I can't wait.
yeah.
What's
Houston is
She kind of motions. All right, everything okay?
I'm actually not entirely sure. I just came up for pancakes.
Asher's gonna instantly realize that Corey is downstairs, and he's just gonna pop in the kitchen real quick and make sure he gets eyes on her and that he doesn't see anything, and then be like, well, I hate to skip breakfast, but something came up and we have very important business. I will be back in a few hours. Because I'm assuming I don't see anything on her.
You don't see anything. She's like,
And then I'll run up and give her a kiss and run out.
Hosen is around waiting for us outside because we were supposed to dope him in the morning. Or is he up? Not yet.
He's not up. He's not like Jethro.
Okay.
I mean, he's a good fighter, but he's not like Jethro. As far as being like military strict kind of.
Briar's gonna go up to her parents' door, both Douglas, and just be like, knock, 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 knock. Super knock.
You hear like covers and then back on the door.
And she's just gonna bust it open, shut it, and turn around. Don't know if they're naked. You're about to tell me.
He's in his underwear.
Okay, everybody stay calm. I am not calm. So little bit. Seems Carol and Ace little sick. Are you guys coughing? Are you guys? How are you feeling? Are you okay? You good?
I feel fine. Sure.
Oh yeah.
I feel fine too.
Okay. Well, maybe be careful around people. Perhaps maybe.
Oh.
So just wanted to.
Oh no! I don't get to be around people. Oh no!
Oh, what a shame.
No.
However, still want to. Maybe you won't be able to kick Ace's ass, but you could still kick Rowan's ass. I'm pretty sure. Easy. One arm tied behind your back.
Rowan's gonna sneeze from the dining room.
I'm talking about you.
Well played. Well played.
Okay. I'm going to go have breakfast.
That sounds good to me.
Okay. Bye. Okay.
Bye bye. As Karan and Dominicus, you guys leaving through the window now?
Yes.
Where are you heading?
We're going to the apothecary. It's the only destination that we have.
So you
that's
guys
in
are
the
a few
fingers.
blocks away from the gate, and in between the gate and there, a few blocks in would be the apothecary, kind of almost in a more back alley. But as you guys,
Is it in the hands or it's in the fingers, right?
it's in the hands.
Oh, it's in the hands. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
We're going there.
You see as DM Shanks rates us with a party of 11. Thank you. Good and bad timing. It's about to be a cliffhanger. Thank you for the raid. Welcome. Welcome. As you guys walk along the main road, you see at the front gate a little bit of a tussle as one of the guards kind of wrestling with, seems like one of the peasants from the village a little bit. And you see as the peasant almost abnormally kind of wrestling with him, and you see him with the spear kind of pushing him back. Unhand me! What are you mad? And you see as one of the peasants takes a chunk out of his neck. And then you see the guard from above. Lower the gate! Lower the gate! And they... And then you see as the guard falls and collapses. The weight of not one, not two, not 5, but 10 or more, as they kind of reach through the gate and almost carry off the two guards that were initially at the gate.
Oh shit, Crone.
Oh,
And oddly enough, the peasants speak. The one kind of reaching through the gate, the bars of the gate. the one that took the bite from the guard. And that's where we'll pick up next session.
Oh shit, indeed.
Well-
When I tell you that I had a dream about this last night, I had a dream about this last night.
What? You predicted?
I had a dream.
Did
I
you
had a
read
dream
my
about
notes?
zombies last night. No, but I had a dream about zombies, and they were doing the exact same thing. Oh, well, except I was stuck in a gas station. But yeah,
My gosh.
So yeah,
Legends
you guys
of
have a couple
Days
days,
Later.
and that's your fate. You know, no big deal.
oh, Jesus Christ!
Well, I hope you've got a reserve character.
I don't have Dispel Magic yet, so that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Can I cast Gentle Repose on myself before I die?
Right. No, I was like, man, we need a necromancer.
It's the two of us, Karan.
Where's
So you
Amara?
take me out, I'll take you out.
Where's my Amara?
I
Where's
know.
fuck?
Just go with a guiding bolt.
We'll go out buddy style. At least
Oh,
at least we
man.
won't be alone. Fuck.
Oh.
It's perfect
Poor
that it's you
Coria.
two seeing that, because you're like, well, that's gonna be us.
And the dude that we need to get to is on the other side that they just closed the gate, correct?
No,
You're
he
in
closed
the
the gate to
hands?
prevent them from coming from the fingers in. This was the gate from the fingers in. So basically, we can't get into the fingers now. That's on lockdown.
Okay.
The fingers
we're in
is
the hand
outside.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we entered town. We entered into the fingers, which is like the lower class boroughs, working class, and then there is a bigger reinforced with a gate, and then we went to the hands.
Are you stressed,
Wow.
Allie?
I'm a little bit tripped out that I dreamt about it last
Oh.
night. And that was what I woke up to this morning, and then now I'm ending the day with zombies, so I'm a little tripped out about it.
Can we please end this session with Ace handing Karun some of his leather straps to like put around his mouth? Like,
Let's go.
oh, fuck.
But you're wearing those currently. That means I'm gonna put the things that you might. What? Ooh.
No,
I'm kidding, I'm
I'm not.
He's not wearing the bandages anyway.
Gosh.
They caught the COVID.
Oh my gosh.
Couldn't
Well,
take
it's
my-
a little more than COVID.
Yeah.
It's what
my
it's what we
God.
all hoped COVID would be. Zombies,
Right.
but it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was
Zombie apocalypse.
I just had an epiphany.
Uh,
What?
We'll have to talk about it later.
What's your
I can't
epiphany?
Yeah.
say it. No, I gotta say it within the party. It has to be within the party.
Yep.
What?
With the yes,
Come
it's
on,
within the
give
party.
Chat a little bit
It's,
of your
it's a
theory.
double
Okay,
cliffhanger.
all right, chat. Something
Come
to think
on.
about. A little theory, a little bit of something that came into Allie's mind. What if that other necromancer had a partner?
What other necromancer?
The corpse fairy.
The corpse
The
fairy.
corpse
What if there was
fairy.
another necromancer besides her?
What is she a
Yeah.
master?
Maybe he rides a black mare.
You'll
wearing a
never know
plague
because you
doctor
killed her.
mask.
You don't know what her agenda was.
Nope.
Yes, she did.
Maybe she was amassing an army to combat this one.
Dun dun dun. Tune in
Yeah.
next week.
At any point in time, you can actually kill your friends, or they're your friends. Just FYI.
What's the Bible verse with death on a horse? Is it a black horse?
I think it's
White horse, I
a
believe.
White horse.
White horse.
Yeah.
Pale
Oh.
horse.
I was gonna say a
Pale
little bit
horse,
of
pale
symbolism.
horse, pale horse.
Pale horse. Got it.
War rides a white horse, and death rides a pale horse, which I think is just about.
I just imagine this from like the outside family perspective of like all of a sudden we start acting crazy. Asher like goes in, just like stares at her for a second, is like, gotta go.
Gotta
Bye.
go.
I'm excited to put this tavern into a zombie apocalypse ready. I was born for this. I might
Right.
never do it in real
Ready.
life, but I'm
Born
ready to
ready.
use
She-
my
she's
skills.
she's fabricating like
I had
freaking
dreams
traps
about
and
zombies.
stuff.
I have dreams about zombies all the time. I'm ready for this.
Well, the
How
best
am I
part
going
is,
to decapitate my friends?
I should have known when Holston was like, your wife wants a child. And it's like, okay, that's fine. There's a plague going on, but like, that's fine.
The trope. You get pregnant, you die. That's how.
At least one of you does.
No, not the pregnant one, but like you. Your wife is at home pregnant, but you die. Like that's the trope.
Yeah, you're not needed anymore.
No.
Your seeds passed
Uh,
by
um,
that point.
You
Unless
passed
it's
your
even
seed,
worse.
She's good.
You're
Yeah,
not
she's good.
seeing it anymore.
I was gonna say, unless it's even worse and it pans out like it did in The Walking Dead. Whoa.
Yep.
Well,
I, I will
Alright.
not
Watch
hold
this
back.
anymore,
If
but-
she gets sick, you just watch your back. You just watch your back, okay? I will not hold back.
I actually really
straight
want
up-
to rewatch
I will
that
straight
show
up
for
kill
the
a
first
baby.
3 seasons.
Good
Yeah.
session, guys.
That's gonna be the one thing that gets clipped from this episode.
Oh boy.
God. Oh God.
Jeez.
Well,
Well,
Are we gonna raid anyone? Or?
yep, it's about that time. Hey, everybody, thanks for the raid and the love. Hope you guys had a great session. Ours was, whew, I think we made like 4 rolls. The whole
it was
night.
very lore heavy. It was very.
Oh,
It was
lore
very,
heavy.
it was very role play heavy. I don't know that there was necessarily lore, but it was.
That's a little bit.
That's good.
maybe.
We piggyback in. Everybody from
You
DM
guys are
Shank's
just so good. You guys
channel.
are
Let's
just-
all get on. We'll piggyback into the next one. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right,
It's the re-raid.
See you
let's
guys.
go. I love you. I'll see you next Sunday. Maybe earlier this week when I do maybe a world building.